Like Sanjay, the name seems to be lucky for you. Sanjay Leela Bhansali or Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah. So
that might be the case.
So yeah. Anyway, go to someone else.
Oh, sir. We want that, and you know, comeback is always greater than the setback.
Yeah.
You have made that comeback, and that is what matters at the end of the day. And now people are loving to see you. इतना है कि बोल रहे कि आते रहो, बस आते रहो. That is what it is. I'm pretty sure.
You know, when you take a break for that long, you know, it has its fears and insecurities, and I mean, Kookie will know it's like I never thought I'd see this day again because I mean, take a break for so long.
Like he was a star. जब मैं पहले काम करता था, फरदीन खान the star था. और इस बार जब आया तो फरदीन खान the actor आया.
क्या बात है.
So a truth of marriage is something that only those two people are aware of or they know. I feel when you're younger, you're like, oh, they're cheating because it's fancy and it's fun. But you realize when you grow up, you're cheating because you're lacking something or your relationship is lacking something. All of that put together.
No person, man or woman, gets into the intention of cheating or betrayal. Yeah. And if it does come down to that, which is considered the ultimate betrayal in an intimate relationship, you know, there's obviously a history there.
Hi, I'm Priya Bapat. I'm Krystle D'Souza.
Hi, I'm Fardeen Khan.
Hi, I'm Kookie Gulati.
और आप हमें देख रहे हैं शोभजीत के YouTube चैनल पर.
Like, share and subscribe. Thank you. इंटरव्यू का जो सेटअप है यहाँ पे पूरा रेडी हो चुका है. द एंटायर कास्ट इज ओवर हियर. वी हैव गॉट अ ब्यूटीफुल प्लेस टू शूट एज वेल. बट मुझे थोड़ा बहुत सुनाई देने में थोड़ा दिक्कत हो रहा है. गेस व्हाट? व्हाई? बिकॉज विस्फोट जो था इतना ज्यादा धमाकेदार एक्सप्लोजन था, वो थोड़ा कानों में थोड़ा बहुत इम्पैक्ट रहा है. एंड दैट इज गोना बी देयर, यू नो. एंड आई होप when it comes out on 6th on Jio Cinema, that is exactly going to be the impact. Thank you so much for doing this. It's a pleasure, always happy to have you. And like I said, Fardeen sir, I want to start with you because I was complimenting the way ये इंसान का जो swag है ना, हम जैसे लोग जवान लौंडे जो होते हैं ना, we want that kind of swag because the way he speaks, the way he has his command over his language, the swag that you carry is something that we had been missing for a long time. And वो long time देखते देखते 12 years हो गया. And then suddenly आपने hat-trick मार दिया. If I talk it in that way, put it up in that way. And 3 different projects. But why this is very relevant, because you also know it, this was the first that you signed as far as your comeback was concerned, right? पहला वाला जो होता है, even if that's like a comeback, that's always very, very special. You know, a Heeramandi is there, a Khel Khel Mein will always be there. This was the first one, right?
Yes.
When you signed and when you came out of that day, when you got to know कि यार, finally my comeback is happening. What were your emotions at that night? Did you sleep well? Were you more excited? कि क्या था?
It took a while to sink in. You know, when you take a break for that long, you know, it has its fears and insecurities. And I mean, Kookie will know it's like I never thought I'd see this day again because, I mean, take a break for so long, you really think, you know, you're done, dusted, forgotten, you know, and you're not even sure if people want to see you or if you're relevant or whatever it is. And especially in this business, it's a fickle business. It's a young man's business, young person's business. So I remember when it all happened, I was just extremely grateful, starting with Sanjay Gupta, who, you know, put his faith and belief and gave me a chance instantly on my first meeting. I just went to meet him to ask him for work and, you know, to keep me in mind if he was doing something, because I liked the kind of movies he made. And when I went and met him, he offered me this script, Visfot, and of course I couldn't believe it. I was extremely surprised. And then when you know, got a chance that when I knew that Kookie was going to be directing it, it really made me feel even more comfortable, because Kookie is someone I've been associated from Fida. And he was associate director on Fida, and of course we've done some ad work together, including Khushi. So there was a certain comfort, and I was very, very lucky to have that, you know, after such a long time. And watching the film, I remember our first trial. It was very emotional for me. I remember giving him a hug, and so I literally didn't think I would see this day. So
क्या बात है. Yeah. And it seems like Sanjay, the name seems to be lucky for you. Sanjay Leela Bhansali or Sanjay Gupta.
Yeah. So
that might be the case.
So yeah. Anyway. Go to someone else.
Oh, sir. We want that, and you know, comeback is always greater than the setback.
Yeah.
You have made that comeback, and that is what matters at the end of the day. And now people are loving to see you. इतना है कि बोल रहे कि आते रहो बस आते रहो. That is what it is. I'm pretty sure. Sir, I want to continue from there. You know, when people are on the rise, it's very easy to, you know, kind of put your faith and confidence on those kind of people, right? But then when people are down and out emotionally, confidence low होता है उनका. He might have done so much of work over the years for such a long time, but 12 साल के बाद जब कोई इंसान आता है मैदान पे वापस, वो confidence level जो है वो थोड़ा बहुत शायद कम होता है, right? Because like he said, he wasn't sure. वो जो confidence था as a director, it's not just about giving him the script and briefing him, it's also about giving that confidence कि भाई तेरे में अभी भी वो दम है, you can still rock and roll and be there and, you know, go out there, roll like a tiger. What were the things that you did as a director to give him that confidence कि भाई you're still a tiger?
I think, you know, it was a little easier for me from that perspective because I know him well. And so I've known his journey, I've known from where he was, and we worked together quite a bit in the earlier days. When I found out that I'm going to be working with him and directing him, actually, I have been a fanboy, like you said, मैं भी fanboy ही था.
मैं तो देखता था फिदा हो गया, मैं फिदा हो गया अभी क्या बोले अभी हम लोग.
So मैं भी fanboy ही था actually उस time पे. So I think that मेरे साथ भी ये हुआ था. I had also taken a break and then come back 6 years, 5-6 years. So I know that what one goes through, कि क्या mentally what all you are actually going through, what you're trying to portray, but अंदर क्या हो रहा है, you know. So I feel that somewhere I understood that a little bit. But of course, his journey was much more like in terms of he was a superstar, and then gone away and then came back. I think the best way for me to get the confidence was to try and push him into the character and understand what the character is and let him lose himself in that. So I very subtly थोड़ा push करके, and he also was so like so much energy at that time to get back and do a good job. Like he was a star. जब मैं पहले काम करता था, फरदीन खान the star था, और इस बार जब आया तो फरदीन खान the actor आया.
क्या बात है.
So,
but in any working relationship, I think what matters most is, you know, love, respect, and understanding, and was the basis of what I got from Kookie. So for that, I'm very grateful. So that meant a lot. It gave me that comfort in that space. So.
And I can see the emotions in your eyes as well right now, and of course it's well deserved because I can understand the impact. I want to come to the ladies quickly. You know, there's a lot about infidelity, and you know, there's a lot about cheating, etc. That's there. Of course, we get to see when it comes out on Jio Cinema on 6. बार मैं reiterate करते रहूँगा. But then, you know, in today's time and generation, compared to what जितना seriously हम लोग शायद cheating को say in the 90s या 2000 के era में लेते थे, compared to now the awareness is a lot more. We understand the fact that once a cheater is always a cheater, right? Given the fact that you both are youth icons in your own ways, I want to understand and get a viewpoint about you, what you feel about infidelity, and you know, cheating जो है वो क्यों pardonable नहीं है. What is your experience and what is your understanding of the word? I want to understand that. We can maybe start with Priya and then come to you.
Okay, I think it's too easy to judge people. It's very easy, and it's very difficult to be in that situation. When something goes wrong in a marriage, I always say that it's only those two people know what has gone wrong. Everyone else is just making speculations by what you see and not actually what you know or maybe what you are aware of. And that might not be the complete truth. So a truth of marriage is something that only those two people are aware of or they know. And it's very important when we tag someone for cheating, for betrayal, for infidelity, for whatever words that we may use. It's very important to understand the perspective of that person in that situation. And I'm not supporting cheating or I'm not supporting betrayal, but I'm just saying that we need to see both sides of the coin before making a judgment. and it's very easy to say that लड़कियाँ बहुत करती है, लड़के ऐसे नहीं करते, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's very important to be non-judgmental in this situation. And as humans, we are, and especially in the era of social media, everybody has a judgment. And everybody has a platform to give their judgments.
Right.
So in that time, it's also very easy to comment on someone's personal matter. So just take a time, understand why this person must have done this. I am nowhere to support this, but I genuinely feel that it helped me a lot to portray Tara's honesty on screen, because I first had to stop judging her. I first had to understand what are her needs from this relationship, what are her expectations from the relationship and the marriage she has with Akash. What is it that she is unhappy about? It's only when you are unhappy about something in a relationship, you go out and find that outside.
True. Very
and
true.
It could be anybody in that relationship. Like it could be a man or a woman. So I think for that, you'll have to watch the film to get answers of why Tara does what she does. And, yeah. But yeah, I think I'm not justifying cheating, but I think we just need to be a little more non-judgmental and understand why someone is doing something.
A certain thing.
Yeah. You know, no one really, especially when you enter into a serious relationship like a marriage and you have children, I think no person, man or woman, gets into with the intention of cheating or betrayal. And if it does come down to that, which is considered the ultimate betrayal in an intimate relationship, you know, there's obviously a history there.
Right.
And there's some valid reason for someone to take a drastic step. Because it is a big betrayal to your partner, man or woman, whichever one has done it. So that's never a starting point.
Yeah.
So in this film, I think the beauty is it's they confront it and the truth gets revealed in a way where both of them speak their truth, and it was beautiful to watch Riteish and her perform those scenes.
Wonderful. And, looking forward. You
sorry, Krystle.
No, not at all. My point was exactly that no one is doing it by choice. It's something that, you know, it's wrong to do for your partner, but you only realize this when you grow older. I feel when you're younger, you're like, oh, they're cheating because it's fancy and it's fun. But you realize when you grow up, you're cheating because you're lacking something, or your relationship is lacking something, or all of that put together. So, you know, it's not black and white. There's so many shades to it that sometimes it's justified, sometimes it's really not. Depends on, like she said, those two people and what they share between themselves. So,
the truth be told, humans are a naughty species.
Yeah, they are.
Let's not ignore that.
And I think cinema is also about. We always say that it's a mirror of society, right? It's about what you see in life. This is what happens.
Correct.
And marriages fail.
Correct.
Especially Visfot, it's a very real film of like very real characters that you can relate to. You can be like, I am this person or I am that person. Because everyone's making choices that somebody or the other would relate to.
You know, I want to keep hearing you all and on, but then unfortunately they will like really press for time. I have this very quick question before I wrap up, and it's a very pertinent question. So you made a comeback after a long time, and you were in a certain zone, and now you are kind of looking forward and working into getting back into that zone, which is kind of your real space as well. And आपके movie में भी जो character है, which also has sort of like a past which you did not want, but then you're trying to come out of it, right? So it's real versus real का जो scenario है, which is there's a certain relatability, right? Did you kind of relate with your personal life as well in terms of how things have unfolded with the character?
Sure, I've been in my share of trouble in the past and come out of it. Yeah, I drew from that in some ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Well, that was the team of Visfot over here, and Jio Cinema is the platform. 6 September it is. Please देखो, जिसके साथ भी देखो, family के साथ देखो, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, जिसके साथ भी देखो, सिर्फ देखो. That is what matters at the end of the day, because Visfot होने वाला है, explosion होने वाला है. Thank you so much, guys. That's a wrap on the Sunny G Show. This is your host Shubhojit. I'll see you all with another very interesting episode very soon. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Stay safe, and thank you.